Go.
Hey everybody, my name is Tracy, and this is for College Possible. Today we're going to be looking into the topic of math, and we're going to be exploring some angles, like I've drawn here. So today our goals are we will classify some angles, look at how geometry is going to be used on the ACT and how we can use that to help you, and methodically solve the problem. So we're going to be looking, see this word here? We're going to be looking at how different methods we can use to solve the problem. And you, yes you, will be able to, after this lesson, categorize and name angles, understand the vocabulary of angles, and thirdly, understand how angles are tested on the ACT. So let's go. First, let's just look at the word angle, right? And look at the definition. The definition is formed by two intersecting lines. So an angle means the size determines what kind of angle it is, right? So we have three kinds of angles we're going to learn about today. We have acute, right, and obtuse. So here I've drawn an acute angle. It's going to look something like this, angle BAC, or angle, the symbol for an angle, BAC on your ACT. So here it's at 30-degree angle, so it's an acute angle because it's smaller than 90 degrees. And here, this point A is going to be called the vertex. Next, this is just another tip. When we have multiple lines, we have some multiple angles. So over here, I've listed the different angles we have. We have LKM. LKM is 40 degrees. And then next we have angle MKN. MKN is 25 degrees. And then next we have angle LKN, which is LKN, is going to be the sum of both of these angles. So it's going to be 40 plus 25 degrees, which is 65 degrees. Next we have right angles. So here we have angle MKN, and you're going to see something a little bit like this in the ACT. It's this little box, right? And that means that that's just a sign for a right angle. So that's going to be 90 degrees. So then when two lines intersect at 90 degrees, like we have here, line MK is going to be perpendicular to KN. And then here again, what was this called? It's called the vertex. Next we have obtuse angles. So here we have angle DEF, and it's obtuse because it's greater than 90 degrees. Here I drew in this little symbol again to show that that would be a 90-degree angle, CEF. One last tip. Here we have multiple angles. So angles can also be created when lines intersect. So here we have 4 different types of angles. But for this 50-degree one, that's what we call a congruent angle. So angle BEA and CED are congruent because when they're flipped and when they share the same vertex, they're going to be the same degrees. So it's 50 degrees here and 50 degrees there. So let's review what we learned today. So we learned that angles are formed by two intersecting lines and that the size of the angle depends on what kind of angle it is, right? So we learned about acute angles, less than 90 degrees. Right angles are exactly 90 degrees and have this little symbol. Obtuse are greater than 90 degrees, like we have here. And over here we have congruent angles where lines intersect. So here's 80 degrees and 80 degrees is flipped over there too. So great job today, guys. And we'll see you tomorrow where we will tackle more on angles. Thank you.